evening. We'll call to order the regular meeting January 2nd, 2017 for the Village of Armada Planning Commission. It goes 7:36 p.m. Rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Roll call. Let's see. Dave, you hand me the sheet, please. All right. So we got Ben Dalecki, right now absent. Chris Sled's here. Dave Conan.
Here.
Becky Henderson, absent. And Christy Patterson.
Here.
Okay. We do have a quorum. Next top, approval of agenda.
I will move to approve as presented.
Okay. Henderson, second.
Second it.
Yep. Any discussion? Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. All ayes. Now, help me as we get to the end anyways. We go out of the planning and then into the DDA. Okay. All right. Next would be our election of officers. So we have chair, vice chair, secretary.
Treasurer.
No, that's for the DDA.
That's right. Right.
But was there a fourth?
I thought there was, because we all had.
We had chairman, vice chairman, secretary.
Are you the secretary?
Yeah.
That's all you guys have.
That's, and then for the DDA, we add the treasurer, right?
DDA, you have
Or whatever
the
they call it.
president and the treasurer, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay. You want nominations for the chairman?
Sure.
I move to nominate Ben Dalecki as the chairman of the planning commission.
Okay, Dave, second.
Second.
Christie. All right. Any discussion? Good.
Snooze, you lose.
Yeah.
So I got
All those
to
in
be
favor?
secretary? Aye.
Aye.
Well, if you're taking notes, I'm not going to do Becky's notes over here then. I don't have enough room.
Fair enough. I always do it anyway.
Okay.
All right.
I'll just do mine.
Vice chair.
Well, we might as well, since you're still here, stick with you, I think.
Okay.
I will second that motion.
All right. Any other discussion?
No.
All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. And then secretary.
I nominate Becky, or I nominate Christie.
Christie.
Christie, what's last name?
Patterson.
Patterson. I knew that. Christie
So
Patterson.
Dave, and then I'll second. Any further discussion? None. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right. Approval of November 9th meeting minutes. We do not have a third vote for that one.
Doesn't matter, you've got the three here. You can vote on that, I'm
Can
pretty
you vote
sure.
when-
Did all three of you vote on items, and is there anybody here that didn't vote on items?
No, I got an abstain because I wasn't at the...
Okay. Then you-
But I think
I
because
guess-
three of us
because
are
we're
here.
present, we can do that. We don't
Yeah.
have, but I thought we had to have three as from the meeting present.
From the meeting, that's why I asked you, yes.
No, you gotta have three at this meeting. You've got a quorum here.
I agreed, but to vote on the minutes from a previous meeting, I think
Previous
three.
I
Three.
think
Other
you can,
people?
but I won't, I could be wrong on it. but-
Three of the people that were at the previous meeting have to approve the minutes at the next meeting.
All right, we'll move that to the next meeting.
Yep.
So back, yeah. 22944 West Main Site Plan. Cake, bacon, balloons, Sugar Daddy's Candy Room adder.
Well, is it changing ownership or something, or what are we, what's happening?
It's like they're adding a use.
another, right, it's another business inside
Oh,
of
okay.
Cake Bacon Balloons.
And it looks like something was going on here because there's that last page, so it looks like they have a stop notice sticker. So Dennis got involved in it. They must have made some money and got a permit for something then.
They
They
were
had a
actually
CFO.
running a business.
Or is that what it says, no permit on, it was, because the picture's blacked
Yeah,
out?
the picture's blackened out.
Okay, all right.
They were running the business without
Okay.
approval.
Now, this isn't in the space next door, it's in the main space,
It's
right?
actually in the building.
Okay.
I'm not sure how this works. I know, I have a friend that has a business in Richmond,
Mm-hmm.
and parts of her business, other people are the supplier of. Like she's got a section here,
Mhm.
crafts, person A furnishes them. Another section of crafts, person B.
Mm-hmm.
They're, that partially makes up this business. But it doesn't affect other things, you know, as far as
Right.
the trash, the parking and all that. It's still
Yeah, that's what
inside that business.
the letter
How does this
suggested.
differ from the florist on Lathrop in Fulton? Now, they've got a sewing machine repair
Mm-hmm.
that works out of there. So how does this
She does
differ?
have a sign out for that.
I don't think it does anything to it, but I don't know. That never came here, that
No,
sewing
the
machine.
sewing machine didn't. That's why I wondered how
Right.
this differs from that. I mean, is it in the actual same building? You open the same door, go into the same entrance?
Yeah.
That's exactly what
That's
it looks
what
like.
it's
And
showing.
selling the same type of items, you know, candy, the other one is cakes and,
Cupcakes.
Now, they didn't pick a zoning district, it's not, that's gotta be C2. Do you have that map from our zoning?
No, I think that's C1, Chris. Let me double check.
C1 at Corden's?
Yeah, I think so.
Are they in the DDA? I didn't think they were. Oh, I said we had our zoning, in our zoning ordinance.
you know, the other thing, I'm not even sure they had to apply for
Well, that's what I was looking at,
this, you know?
repairing,
And I'm not
it wasn't a
trying,
special approval.
No, I was just looking at Main Street. You're right, it's C2.
Okay.
Joe, I'm not even sure they need to apply for this.
I'm not so sure either.
Not if it's all, it says everything is run through the register of Cake Bacon Balloons, everything is all done as one business. This lady is the one that's actually supplying or making the candy. So I'm thinking it's all one.
This is the building inspector who's determining it then. Because under section 1.07, he can do that. He doesn't say you have to come to planning. And by him putting that, the not approved, no permit, I think he's looking for a little more advice. I don't believe they were under special approval land use when she did that.
The only thing is here, they're running this through the same register?
Same
Yeah.
register, it says in the letter. All sales are made at register inside Cake Bacon Balloons.
Because it's like, which I don't think the sewing machine is, but I'm positive, it's like a business inside the business. The one I was referring to was also all through the same register, it's just,
Well, yeah,
they
and
help make up the store.
with this, just how would it differ from Vinkyar's, that on this shelf you have bread and on this shelf you have...
Screwdrivers.
Well, yeah, it is screwdrivers. Why would it just be considered another product inside that business?
Oh, but she's calling it a second
But it's got a
business.
second business name,
Business name.
that's the kicker.
That's the kicker. But you're right, for them just to say we're
So to
adding
Vinkyar's.
candy sales,
Right,
but she wants to add Sugar Daddy's Candy Room business to it.
It sounds to me like it is a business within the business, but
But they're separate owners.
Mhm.
So the signage, the trash, all that, that's all gonna go, the issue, the only thing I could think of, that I didn't see the numbers to look at yet, is parking.
It says parking is also at Cape Bacon Boulevard.
It is too, but how
It
many,
is, but now-
it's based on the
But now how
number of
many
people now.
spaces, right.
And I don't know how many spaces they dedicated to that.
I don't know, but I never see many park.
I agree, I just don't know what the number
Well,
is.
and there's still guys, and then what, an empty business in there?
Right, but they did now make a distinction between what are guy spots and what are Cape Bacon balloons, as well as the gunsmith or what, so because they had issues with moving snow and stuff around with each other.
And isn't there an issue there with boundary line from Vinkier's parking lot up to that one?
I think it's
I've
because
heard
of
that, but
the delivery section.
No, there's an issue with the
No, there
distance of
wasn't.
parking.
There's two property lines.
So Ben didn't leave us
Because there's an
anything.
old line behind it. Yeah, I'm fine with if at this point of, if there's if there's anything for us to table as far as points to take out for further discussion, other than to move it, you're thinking about moving it out to February.
Well, they probably want to get this thing going, I don't know.
Let me do the one thing here, let's just second that. Because that's the only thing I can really, again, I think the signs, the right thing to do is to say you're changing business use. It is being changed. You've come to notify of that. It's a use that is within the
Yes,
a
exactly.
permitted use. It's not a special approved use.
Right.
The trash, the signage, the hours of operation, all that kind of stuff all line up. I think the one thing would simply be is how many spots they've got versus what they're adding. Yeah.
Because she lists
And there may not be
there'll be
anything.
3
Not
employees,
even
is that
parking
what it's?
spaces.
Who has 3 employees?
This place,
She says 2, right?
well, plus because it says not including the owner,
Not
so that would
including the
be
owners.
3.
Yep.
And then you still have the
Well,
Cape Bacon Balloon, if Laura has any
Yep. Their
employees.
plan to be 2 employees, not including owner. Does that jive with the number of people? If you had 2 more plus another owner,
Mhm. That's already.
that's 6 people in
Three,
a
Laura's
20 by
4,
20
right,
for a
and she had
business
2.
that let's see for commercial, where does she fall under?
do they make their own candy?
I've never.
It does not say that. That's a good question.
Yeah.
Because I'm wondering, why would you need 2 employees? I mean, how many people can be standing at the cash register?
Well,
buying
unless,
liquor?
one comes in the daytime, one comes in on the evening.
A second, yeah.
Different
afternoon or
days
something
or,
like that too,
right,
yeah.
that's the only thing I can
That's true.
see with that.
Well, at any given time, any 8-hour day, you don't have 1 employee.
3 1/4 per
And the
1,000 square feet of usable floor area. And this thing is less than 4,400 square feet total. Yeah, I think they're fine. Because it won't be based on any type of, it's only based on the floor area. If you call it a retail, it's not a restaurant, donuts, coffee, something like that,
Right.
which has or a larger showroom or sales office for which adds per on-duty employee too.
What about signage? I should bring up a sign.
Just
Yeah.
what's in the window, it
What's in the
says
window?
There's just a little cardboard
And then they have the sidewalk stands in front of the.
Occasionally, it
Occasionally,
says.
right, which they do occasionally have that. I've seen that.
Mm-hmm, for cake bake and balloons, I've seen
Mhm.
them.
This is a C2, right?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, I saw that, yeah, the box, that thing.
I don't have the map, we did it that parking.
Zoning map?
No, we did the parking when Vinkiers came in, that actually showed the distinction. I didn't have one of those with me. This one is.
So 400 at best.
That's more than.
According to this, they only need 1.3 parking spots.
Oh, they definitely got that.
We have that, so.
Absolutely.
And like I said, there's no, for a pure commercial retail, up to 10,000 square feet, there is no, it's not based off of, there's no additional because of employee.
Okay.
The only day they're not gonna be open is Tuesday or Monday.
Monday. Which does make.
There's no effective lighting. There's an awning.
Right.
Would, if there was anything there, they would have to get that done. I can't remember what they put on the building.
I don't think there is.
It just
But
says
you've
can't
got
make
lighting in
balloons
the
on
parking
top.
lot.
Huh?
You got the lighting in the parking lot.
Yep, got the lighting in the parking lot. There's at least 3 parking spots or so up front. I think there's closer to 6 if you
I think so,
include the
too.
vacant
Mhm.
space between them and Guy. Is it 3 in a row or is it 4? It's 3, right?
I think it's 3.
Cake Bakes, the blank, that's their overflow, whatever they have in there, and then Guy's.
Village office used to be in there.
Yes, it was.
And
Well,
Mr. Dorvendorf's office.
do we wish to take action on this?
As long as it's part of an existing business.
Nothing stands out to me as being. as a
I don't see
violation.
anything, any problem at all. It's really,
It's an expansion of a certain, with
Yeah.
their, but they did put it under a second person and a second.
Yeah. it's all still
But it's within
contained.
one building, one,
No, there's no one present here, that's something that I'm not, wouldn't necessarily be happy about. They just filed this on the 28th.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure Becky recommended to them that that someone be here so that if there were any questions.
And that's typical, yeah, exactly, so, and especially if you're in a hurry to get going.
Yeah, usually there'd be somebody here.
Mhm.
today's Monday, so we're not having a meeting during business hours.
Right.
I can't just think of any conditions they add to it.
Yeah, I mean, signage would be real kindness anyways. There's
Right.
no fencing, there's nothing to screen. They share, well, what is Cake Bake and Balloons using for trash? Are they sharing with Vincure?
Mhm.
So whose is that trash? I'm assuming it's the dumpster up in the corner, at the upper corner of the building there.
I think Baker's got a big one in the back.
Okay, maybe that's hers then, that's our
That
something,
might be
the one
hers.
up in front.
Right.
Okay, the only other thing I have to say is that Cake Bake and Balloon would agree to share.
Yeah, I was gonna say, she's not showing us any agreement.
It does say that.
It doesn't say, there's no agreement in writing though.
No, but it does say that their plan is to,
Yeah.
trash and deliveries are also, no,
Right.
it says they're at, it doesn't necessarily say they're sharing, it just says that it's at.
Right.
Wow.
And I got that, but at the same, but by default, does Priscilla signing this acknowledge that we're gonna share that service?
Right.
I mean, I could,
That's the way I take it, because she did sign it.
So who owns the candy one?
Diane McPherson.
Diane McPherson.
Okay, Diane does, not Priscilla.
No.
See, because I know it's Diane that brought the app in.
No, this says signature of legal owner is Priscilla, and applicant
Mm-hmm.
is McPherson.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're saying Cake Bake and Balloon.
No,
No,
who owns the candy business?
the Sugar Daddy Candy Room, I guess, is Diane.
That's what I would interpret it as.
Priscilla owns the building.
Priscilla owns the building.
The bill, okay, I see.
Do we know when Ben's back?
Uh-uh.
Can we approve it pending his confirmation or his review?
We can approve it with the condition, and the condition could
Would
be
be that Chairman Delecki review it?
That way she could continue running her business unless there was questions.
Well,
Now, will she need a C of
I
O?
was gonna say, she's probably gonna have to get a COO, and that's, my guess is that this is because of Dennis. So he's waiting to hear from us then.
In order to give her
Because
that.
I see this not approved thing up here
Right,
in this picture.
right.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's Dennis.
So that's what Dennis must have put that up.
Yep.
Now, is this a seasonal business, like just during holidays, Valentine's, Christmas?
Doesn't list that,
Or
it just
it's
lists
an-
that
It
it's
doesn't
an
list
open
that.
business.
It's,
So do you want a motion? Pending?
we can have a motion to approve the Sugar Daddy's Candy Room site plan with a condition. But let me do one of them real quick here. I want to make sure I got the right commercial use, because that was the other, so the zoning district and then the proposed use of land was not filled out either. And we'll say it's a retail store and commercial uses. Up to 10,000. Okay. Okay. So, is there a motion here?
Why don't you make that motion?
A motion
What do you
to
want?
approve Sugar Daddy's Candy Room site plan as submitted with the condition of,
The following condition,
the following condition, the condition being
site plan reviewed by Chairman Bender.
concurred
And
by
then-
Chairman Ben Delecki.
And did you want the letter from Priscilla for the dumpster, or are you just accepting what she signed there?
I can accept what's here.
If the chairman sees something that he thinks irregular or something, you've left that opening, so.
Yeah, because to me, I would have thought this would have been an administrative review.
Hopefully this will end it, you know, that they can go on, but if he sees something, then we can they can immediately bring that to the
Now,
attention.
the reality is there's no one here from an applicant to sign anyways, Dave. So
Yeah.
even if we do this, it doesn't
Isn't,
enact it.
right,
Because we're not here to sign the 3 copies.
That's true, you're exactly right.
so we just want to vote for that. It has to be here.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I mean, either way, it's whether Ben gets to review and say there was a smoking gun here that we weren't aware of, or
Right.
it's it's just
Well,
finishing the deal.
Never ask any questions, like you said, they're not here for signatures.
Yeah, not here for any discussion, so,
I don't see why we can put it off until
all right, this can be put on until February then.
February's meeting.
So, it's an extra. And then I'm gonna leave, because we've actually added to this one. Okay. All right. Thank you. But in general, I don't see it.
Yeah, no.
Seems to be an issue. Okay. 2017 meeting dates. So we got January
Wait,
2nd.
did we, we're not voting
We're
on
not
that?
voting.
We're
Yep.
gonna table it.
We're gonna table it because with no representation and no one to sign, we'll table it then.
Okay.
And quite frankly, I said, I think Ben it would be perfectly acceptable for him to use this as a, now, did we ever update our zoning ordinance to correct that issue on the administrative review? One of them was that it was actually the building
It
inspector.
was the building inspector's job to do that.
So, but anyway, I mean, that could literally been off on that anyway, so. But I don't see, and again, we have no, it does not look like it went to the planner either,
No, they don't.
which I have not heard.
Right.
We can, and we don't have them on retainer, we just have them on an as-needed basis, right? Like we always have.
No, I think they're appointed as your planner.
Okay.
I mean, they're not on a retainer, they don't come here and
Correct.
do work, but,
Yeah.
yeah, but I think they are actually appointed as your planner.
Do we have to do that annually, or, I don't remember us doing that before.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys do it or if council does it.
What's that?
Appoints the planner for the planning commission.
Or you said McKenna.
Everyone.
I don't remember if we're doing that, I think we're just using McKenna.
Right.
Yeah. Could be.
Oh,
I don't think we have to do that one today.
or no. All right, so we're all set with the site plan for now? Dave, you okay with that?
Yep.
You should probably formally rescind your motion.
I'd say, yep, I'll rescind my motion to
Yeah, well,
approve
it
the
was
site
never
plan.
seconded or anything, so,
No, just to make sure.
yeah.
So it's not-
So we're tabling it.
We're gonna table that site plan approval until February, or if they need a special meeting.
Okay.
2017 meeting dates. So January 2nd, we've got that date. Next date looks like February 6th. Then March 6th. April 3rd. May 1st. June 5th. July 3rd.
Bingo.
So, yeah, so with the 4th being a Tuesday. And moving that even later in that week doesn't necessarily help, I don't think.
Yeah, that,
Right.
The next week's council week. Next Monday's the council,
Right.
first council.
I'm thinking maybe we don't set a meeting for July. Or do
Or
we
just
have to
leave it.
set a July meeting?
Say, yeah, leave it
Leave it as the third.
pending if necessary.
Leave it as the 3rd, if it happens, yeah, I mean, we can always cancel it. If there's no, there's no.
Yeah, we'll
business.
definitely have, I'm pretty sure we'll have to move it, but
I
maybe
agree,
not.
I agree with you there.
So we're
We
gonna,
can set it for the
All
third.
we're gonna set it for the
Sorry for the
third,
3rd,
Yeah.
we'll see how it goes.
with the idea that probably a good chance we
It will
won't.
probably change.
Yep.
Okay,
August 7th.
good,
All right, now September's is a count, because so September 4th would be Labor Day.
right. Let's
So-
just tentatively say September 5th.
Tuesday?
I can't do Tuesdays.
Wednesday?
Pardon?
I won't be able to do a Tuesday meeting. Wednesday, I could do that.
The 6th, Dave?
Tentatively, any of this stuff is tentatively.
Yep.
So that's
That's
not,
the problem now with so few members, because we all know we're gonna have dates that we can't make. But you know,
so the
that's,
6th is a Wednesday?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And all the other dates so far have been Mondays?
Big Mondays.
Right.
Correct.
and October 2nd,
Second, yep.
November 6th,
Sixth, and
December 4th, should be good.
Yep.
So we need a motion on that?
Sure.
They said, I move that the 2017 meeting dates be as follows. January 6th, January 2nd, February 6th, March 6th, April 3rd, May 1st, June 5th, July 3rd, August 7th, September the 6th, which is a Wednesday, October the 2nd, November the 6th, and December the 4th.
Second that?
Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. So we got our 2016 synopsis.
Okay.
So I'm assuming this is prepared by Becky. So the Planning Commission conducted 8 regular meetings and 1 special meeting. Held 3 public hearings. One was for special approval land use of proposed construction. A second for zoning of newly annexed property. And a third, which is a land split of property under an SAO. We had 1 special approval land use application for Kraus Veterinary Clinic on Fulton Street. We reviewed and approved 2 land split applications, 22-600 West Main Street and 23-182 Torrey. We reviewed and approved 3 site plan applications for Duncan Insurance at 72980 Fulton Street, Kraus at 73539 South Fulton Street, and KNA Farms at 23009 Main Street. We still have a vacancy on the commission, and we conducted DDA business. Don't say we didn't have anything on. We did not get to zoning ordinance amendments. Do we have any training sessions or anything like that? Did we?
No.
Didn't have any of this
I thought
stuff.
we had someone came in for something.
Paul
Yeah.
went or was going to go. And I thought then.
There was a couple, didn't you go to one?
We went one year before.
That's what I was
The year
thinking,
before?
you
I
went.
was here before, because I went too.
But I swore Ben did another one this year.
Ben might have wanted to do it.
I think they set one and didn't it get canceled because of attendance issues? They didn't have enough people to have the meeting or something.
Okay.
Seems like it.
It's possible. I don't remember.
Because I do remember Ben
I thought it was
asking
Ben
who wanted to
and Paul were
attend.
going to attend the meeting.
I think you're right, but I think.
Paul's been off for
That's what I was
all
saying,
last year,
Paul
wasn't
wanted
he?
Was it all last year? I don't think it was all last year.
I don't remember.
Maybe not.
Okay.
But this is pretty good
When
synopsis.
when does Ben present, or do you present our at council?
We usually include that in, and there's where we have special reports in the beginning.
Is it the first meeting though, or second meeting, or both?
But it's usually first meeting,
Usually the
isn't it?
first meeting. Department reports are on both agendas, so
I plan on talking to Becky tomorrow, but we should put this
she
in.
won't be in tomorrow.
What?
She won't be here tomorrow or Wednesday.
Or Wednesday?
She'll be here till Thursday.
Okay.
Alright.
But you guys have to submit your meeting dates and stuff.
But we'll get that to the council.
Get that. Becky,
Thank
fine.
you.
Do we need a motion on our review for presentation then?
Just to accept them in the file.
Just George's to accept it and file?
I'll so move.
I will second that.
discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
The agenda for 2017. So we have any normal business that should arise during the year. And then look at items in the zoning ordinance that need to be amended. Signs, administrative review, SALU, cell tower, does it match MPEA, fences, and section 4.02 permitted uses, discrepancies in chart. So those are kind of basically carry over.
Last year, usually I think the chairman liked to keep, for some of the meetings to work on this, but we had a lot of meetings where you're tied up with the Duncan and then also with the property split,
Yeah. And then lack of business that,
Right, that was the meeting.
that it's in lieu of doing these.
Mhm.
I don't think you need a motion to, unless you want to accept that.
Well, if we put this one in for 5, we do the same thing with this one. Because I'm assuming it's gonna be presented by yourself and or Ben. I can't think of anything else to add to it, though. Do we have anything, any new public act or changes in public acts or we're not in a master plan year. I think it's fine then.
Motion to approve.
Second. I'll second. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Public comment?
Mhm.
Okay. Chair report. It's hard to say, I didn't get time to get a good report for you.
I think the chairman will give us that when he gets
Yeah, well,
back.
All right. Motion to adjourn the PC Planning Commission meeting.
Do we have to?
No, you don't want to adjourn this one, you just want to open the DDA meeting.
And then come back
and
to
then
it.
come
Yeah,
back
because you'll come back and you'll adjourn
close
your meeting.
everything.
Yeah,
So you
Fair
want a
enough.
motion to open the,
DDA.
Motion,
I'll
yeah.
move that we open the DDA business meeting?
At 8:14.
8:14.
I'll second.
We need a vote on that?
Yep. Well,
You can just do it all in favor.
Yeah, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, so DDA election of officers, so then we have they call it chair or president?
Chairman.
chair, I believe.
And then we had the vice chair. And then we've got a secretary. And then what do we call
You
it, the
accept-
treasury role?
The only one we voted on, I think last year was me, and then the year before, you had enough members that there was a treasurer liaison.
Right,
Right.
Because the officers of this board are
Carried
the
over
officers
to
of
the
that
DDA,
board, but
right.
you don't have a treasurer.
right,
So that was the only reason that we appointed me,
okay.
and by law, I am the treasurer of the DDA.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if there's any real.
I don't think,
Yeah.
right, other than the fact is that, yeah, the position, or so Ben is chair.
Mhm.
I am vice chair. Christie.
And we don't have to vote on that, you're saying?
I would just, if anything, just recognize that you're accepting the same,
Yeah, we accept the same
Okay, how
positions.
about if I make a motion
Sure.
on that?
accept the
I
same.
move that we continue with chairman, as chairman Ben Delecki, as vice chairman Chris Sledge, and as secretary Christy Patterson.
Okay. Second.
And he added, I didn't hear.
Did you add mom in as treasurer, did you?
Yeah, mom is treasurer.
Oh,
That's what I meant.
Joe Adair is treasurer.
Okay, now I will second that motion.
all right. Good. All right. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. The DDA budget, so we've got mom's summary in front of us.
Okay, and on all the budgets that I do up for the municipalities, I do a summary sheet on the front that represents all the data that's behind it, that way nobody has to flip pages, and the math all ties into the subsequent pages, so it's all right in front of you. Revenues for the upcoming year, for the current year, we actually got $64.34, which we hadn't anticipated. So there is a little bit of an upswing or turnaround on the assessment. In this current year, we took $44,116.47 from the bond construction fund and put it into the DDA general so that it could continue to make as many payments as possible. So it made this current year's, in 2017's, it'll only make a small portion. Expenditures in the current year were $15,000 principal payment to the bond, $14,082.50 for interest payments that are paid in two points, or two times, spring or fall one, and then the bond issuance costs of $750, leaving a fund balance of $14,348.31 with a surplus from the prior year of $1,130.67, leaves a fund balance of $15,478.98, which would be what we will enter into 2017-18. So the set budget for year ending March 31st, 2018. Your revenues, I don't see a big upswing in assessments as yet, so I just bumped it a couple bucks. Being we made a couple bucks, we'll probably make a couple bucks more. So we put that at $68. The $18,785.52 will be a mandated transfer from the general fund into the DDA to make sure that it can cover the bond payments of $20,000 for the principal payment this year, $13,482.50 for the interest payments, and the bond issuance of $750. So $34,232.50 for expenses, a net revenue of minus $15,378.08, with the transfer from the general budget fund. I transferred $100, or I will transfer $100 extra just to leave a fund balance in so the account stays open. So if you don't have any questions or any comments or any concerns or anything you want changed, which there's no money to change anything.
I do have a question.
What?
There were a couple buildings that were added to the tax roll, which I thought the DDA was getting the total taxes from, which was
DDA gets 2% of, well, yeah, it will, if they didn't opt out of personal property tax.
like the doctor's office.
It depends on if they opted out on the personal property tax. So, but yeah,
Where does that show up here? And also, isn't the Michigan Armada Corners there, isn't that, that was total, we didn't have a capture there, the whole building. They got the whole building, the DDA, did they?
yes.
Well, how does that?
That's been in it all along. That's right in the smack middle of the DDA. That's been in it all along. So you're only gonna get the 2% on it.
But that, should that show here, so where does that show?
In the full capture that you don't see your values and assessments for your tax revenues in the DDA budget. Budget just your revenues and your expenses. So if you go back to the DDA plan, it shows you every single business that's in the capture.
But where's the revenue from that?
$68 right now.
What?
$68 right now. Because between the
No,
assessments
What I'm
dropping,
saying is, when they established the DDA district,
Armada
that
Corners,
doctor's office wasn't built yet.
no, the doctor's office wasn't.
So that tax money would be more than $68 that would be in the DDA, wouldn't it?
I'd get with Tom to see what years that fell into.
You know what I'm saying?
You talking about Holloway's place or
Yeah.
The new building.
The new
TH
one?
Williams.
Yeah.
And the same with the Armada Corners building.
Armada Corners was in all along. It's right smack dab in the middle of the DDA district. It's been in right from day one.
Okay, it wasn't empty land when they,
No,
that,
no, it was
but
there.
the doctor's office
The
was.
doctor's office was under construction, so
Okay,
if it was and we're getting the capture from it,
Hold on, be careful.
should have
with
gotten it
Didn't
all.
Holloway get his place in before the kid got, I can't remember his name now, got the Armada Corners done though? I thought we had Holloway's in way before that. We had Holloway's in when we did the bridge, right? Right
Yes.
after the bridge. When
Yes.
was that?
yeah.
04?
I don't know.
I think Armada Corners may have been 05 time. They were close. They were close to each other.
yeah. I'm just thinking when we formed the
I was trying to
DDA,
remember
that
when the
was.
DDA was
05 was
created.
when South Fulton got
Was under construction.
constructed.
Anyhow,
Water treatment
there
plant.
should be revenue shows for that, I'm thinking,
I'm thinking he's already in already. And it's,
but when the.
because it depends on how the negative capture goes. There's a formula with the base assessed value of the village.
But my understanding of when that building was,
It would be in
was
the middle.
built, the village ended up not getting any of the tax
Right.
money because it all went to the DDA because that was built after the DDA was
Right,
formed.
but if the DDA is still in a negative capture, you won't get any of it, regardless of whether it's $100 or
Okay.
it's $100,000. If the DDA district itself is in a negative capture, that means you aren't getting any money out of it.
Okay. So then the village is getting.
So it's kind of an all.
They're still paying the tax.
Yes.
Okay. So now we want a motion to accept this budget?
You want to make a motion to send this
Send
budget
the
to
budget to
the
council.
council for approval.
I can't vote on this.
You're not voting on.
Oh,
the
you're
budget,
voting on
you're just
sending it.
voting-
Okay.
voting
It's
to
for
send it.
council to approve.
I move that we send the proposed budget to the Armada Village Council
As submitted.
as submitted.
Yes.
I'll second.
Okay. Any further discussion? Any other questions, comments? All good? Okay. All those in favor?
Yes.
Aye. Public comment?
And do we adjourn?
So if you have no further business in the
No further
DDA,
business?
you'll
Yeah,
move out of
DDA
the
business?
DDA, go back and move to reopen the,
Yeah.
So
Move to
motion to
reopen.
close.
So motion to close.
Can I move to close the DDA business and reopen?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll move to close the DDA business meeting and reopen the planning commission meeting.
24.
Seconded by
Second.
one of you two.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, and then our planning commission is to adjourn that meeting as well.
So moved.
Second,
Patterson, Conan,
close 8:25.
8:25. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.